Buongiorno, and welcome to Deep Cuts the Game. It's a spicy meatball, Alex. I'm just back from Italy. Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast with great movies and great guests. Every week I bring on three interesting people and give them three movies and challenge them to pull at the most obscure actors they can. The deeper the cut, the more points you earn. I'm your host, Jeff Penn, and with me as always, a man whose major contribution to the show is a supportive nod, Alex Young. Thanks for being here, buddy. There it is. There's the nod.
No problem. That's a low bar. I'm happy to be here. This is our first episode back since you have returned from Italy, Jeff.
It is, Alex. Even though people are going to hear this many months after I've been back, but let's not confuse them with that. Now, on the last episode, before I left for Italy, you asked me to get you you didn't ask for a gift, but you said, if I got you something, and I believe you worded it as to get the most offensive.
Or just like borderline racist. Like if you found like a knockoff Mario or something, like get me that. That says like,
didn't see any knockoff Mario. Yeah. I did almost get you in many parts, especially around Rome and around the Vatican, they were selling calendars that were of sexy priests. So it was very much like a firefighter calendar, but it was often just like a sexy priest with like rosary beads or like weirdly petting a cat.
Were they hot, Jeff, or was it just like they're all in their late 70s?
No. These were young, up and coming priests. Like these were the guys that you're like, well, I could see
these
some
like
temptation.
The Andrew Scott type.
Yeah, for sure. Now, who used
question? When it listed where the priests were located, did it give multiple churches in multiple states?
He's on to his fifth church in 3 years. He's
so
moving around. No, fortunately not. But I thought, nobody uses calendars, so what's this going to do? It's going to sit there, and you'll forget to turn the page, and you won't get the full.
Much
deal.
like the Catholic Church. That's a metaphor for the Catholic Church.
Yeah, who uses that?
Ooh, Father June.
I did get you a gift, Alex. So it's on underneath my shirt. I'm not wearing it per se. I just wanted to keep it hidden, and you need to see it being worn for its full effect.
Is it a shirt?
It's an apron. But it's the David apron.
Morley, what the hell show are we on?
Did it come with the Catholic priest calendar?
It didn't. But it was funny when I bought it. We were on a tour, and there was this Australian woman named Mary who somehow got lost in Pompeii on the tour while we were with her. I bought this in Pisa because you just buy trinkets in Pisa. So I bought a magnet and I bought this, and she's like, "Oh, I've already got that one." And she showed the picture, and they had photoshopped on a much larger Michelangelo apparatus. And I was like, Mary, that's crazy. You don't need something like that. She's like, "Oh, I like a two-handed whopper."
Mary sounds great.
No, Mary's a little much, Alex. But yes, it was a good line from Mary. We did enjoy that line.
Jeff, are you enjoying wearing it because it feels
I
nice
feel
to have
I
a
feel
big one?
I'm pretty confident. Alex, Mary's follow-up question to that was, what's with the circles around it? And then worms? She didn't understand pubic hair. She thought they were worms. So we were all like, she likes a two-handed whopper, but she doesn't know.
Just listen.
Well,
all the mentions with are thoroughly waxed. Good for Mary. Great work, Mary.
I'm gonna share a picture of Mary.
She only dates them from Brazil.
Yeah.
Which, Jeff, I do want to point out that you, all of our listeners will be very familiar with the fact that you went to Italy because all your photos were posted to the Deep Cuts Instagram, which I assume was on purpose, but that's the equivalent of Jeff Bezos posting his wedding photos to like the Prime Video Twitter. It's
I
really
love that.
Weird.
I love that you think that me and Jeff Bezos have anything in common, Alex.
You're both named Jeff.
That's true.
No,
it was Alex. Nobody follows me anywhere else, so that's where I put it. And
just
I had gone
business account was suddenly like, "Hey, it's me, Jeff."
Yeah. God damn it, Alex. Do we want to talk to our guests, or are we just gonna?
Let's bring them in.
Okay. All right. Well, today on Deep Cuts the Game, we're joined by a filmmaker, writer, producer, and actor, Morley Nelson. Morley is the creative force behind the critically acclaimed indie thriller Uncontained, which he wrote, directed, produced, and starred in. Fans may also know his work from The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, 11, 2263, and A Violent Separation. We're going to talk to him about independent filmmaking, what got him here, what he's got coming up next, and everything else in between, and like living in what International Falls, Minnesota, like which until last week I didn't know was a place.
No,
that's not where he is.
All right, sorry. No, he's south of there. That's where the people are. Okay. And also joining alongside Morley is another writer, producer, director, actor, and all-around indie film hustler, Aaron Bennett. Aaron is the brains behind Joker's Wild, a deeply disturbing short based on the actual Batman Joker comic book, which is essentially the death of Jason Todd. So if you like to see, and starring the guy, I forget his name now, but the Art the Clown, the Terrifier guy. So he's terrifying. Yeah. So we're gonna talk to you both, but we're gonna focus on Morley because Aaron, you're just a piece here in this puzzle. Morley said don't ask any questions. But we're really thrilled to have both of you here with us. You seem already like a couple great guys. So Morley, Aaron, welcome to the show. How are things in America, Minnesota, California, right, Aaron? Or you're in the LA area? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in Los Angeles here.
Well, sorry about that, but good luck down there, guys. No, we're very happy to talk to Americans like you guys. You, like I said, you both seem like good guys. So Morley, Uncontained. Yeah, it's a survival kind of like zombie kind of apocalypse thing. You've done some other stuff working in that world with the Walking Dead survival instinct. What kind of interests you in that type of world and that type of filmmaking?
I think mostly I'm a big horror fan. I'm a horror nut. I've always loved horror. I got the first film I ever did was actually shot in Toronto, which was a M. Night Shyamalan horror movie. So that's kind of where my roots come from. But prior to that, I'd grown up loving horror. And I think the thing that I love most about horror is that you can use it as a metaphor for many other things, and it can stand for something, and you can smuggle in a message, or you can do it overtly. But I love the idea that when you break down society into its smaller parts, what questions of morality arise from that? So essentially, and I think zombies are cool. So outside of that, to be fair, Uncontained is pre-apocalyptic, and I feel like I get into massive arguments online all the time when people are commenting like, well, 6 years after the zombie apocalypse, some AI like broke it down on one of the re-edits of our trailer, and it was like, I don't know why that took off. And I'm constantly like, it's pre-apocalyptic. It's not 6 years after. I don't know why they got that. And I get so much hate from the commenters. They're like, what do you know? And,
well, I wrote it.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't, but I like being able to ask moral questions of the audience without them actually realizing it, because it helps bring them along the journey of the story. Right. So I think zombie films are a fantastic way to do that. I think a lot of horror in all their subgenres are an excellent way to do that. And I feel like if you're going to make a film, you should have something to say. And, for me personally, other filmmakers do whatever they want, but I feel like I have a lot to say, and that's why I did the film.
So now you star in the film. What's it like directing something where you're on camera a lot of the time, and then having to step back and look at yourself and go, yeah, that's great. Are you your own worst critic, or are you able to kind of see the good in your performances?
I love me, and I think I'm phenomenal. So I'm kidding. No, it was. I think I've been acting for a few years. I had a lot of auditions before COVID, and I had gotten what I thought was my big break in an independent film, and I had been cast against some A-list actors, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then my scenes were cut, and I was like, here we don't go. And then I was like, gosh, I'm just not getting. I think like a lot of actors, I'm just not getting as many parts as I wanted. So I also had a budget of $55,000, and I thought, here we go. This is, I know I can act, and I know what I can get from me, and I know what I can get from, casting my children and casting my wife and casting my dog and casting my, footstool. So having all those things ready to go, I knew I could write for them. And then having all the other actors were from LA, and one from Ireland. The main bad guy was from Ireland, but being able to write for them was very freeing. And then acting, I don't have a problem with acting. I know what I want. I know what to do. And with that small budget and only having 15 days to shoot, it's kind of, you have just a chance for a few takes, and then having a great AD, Catherine Hattam was our AD, knowing that there were certain days that would be kind of acting heavy, dramatic days, like maybe a monologue or a really emotional scene between the man and the woman or whatever. We would need to schedule a little more time for, but I think the most amount of takes we were allowed to do was probably 5 just for schedule. And so I really didn't, I trusted my 2 co-producers, Andrew and Scott. And if there was something that they thought was bad, I relied on them to call it out. Otherwise, I was, there were a few times where I was like, oh, I don't know if based on that angle, do we get this? And then I'd go back and look at the monitor, but we just didn't really have time to have a video village. So Aaron can attest to that. Like when you don't have a budget, right? Not that $55,000 is nothing, but for the scope of our film, we just don't have time, and you have to rely heavily on pre-production, and you have to rely heavily on just knowing that the actors know what they're doing and what to expect from them. So that's kind of, I even forget what the question was now because I've been talking so much, but did that answer it?
I would want to know if you want to like have a drink or something, but you just kind of went off the rails. But no, that's perfect. So where did Aaron and Morley? Where did you guys kind of connect? Like, is there a working relationship with you 2 guys, or is it just like kind of indie filmmakers, kind of friends?
How the hell did we meet? Do you remember?
I was hoping you were going to answer that. You blow hard.
Yeah, exactly. So Aaron. I was in LA and I was in this horrible car accident, and Aaron happened to be, no, I'm kidding. We just reached out to each other and we're talking.
It's such an interesting story if that were true.
Yeah.
I was going to roll with it, man.
Yeah, so there we go. Just riff on it. No, I think we loved each other's work.
In the opening scene where he's under the snow, I actually played the snow. So.
Yeah, that's disturbing. No, yeah. No. Get off me. No, no, it's we loved each other's stuff, and I think we just naturally connected through there. And then we had one phone conversation. Our first phone conversation lasted probably 3 hours. You think, like 3 hours or so?
No, it was crazy. Yeah, just commiserating about production, the state of production, indie, low budget filmmaking, and I had a million questions for him, and it was just like, one more question, and oh yeah, well, you know what, this happened once, and have you ever had this? And it was just, man, just a lot of symmetry, a lot of shared experiences, and a lot of the same ambitions, and we're also pretty much at the same points in our careers. I mean, Morley obviously working on features and on a lot bigger sets. I'm more behind the camera. I've come up through G&E, but I ended up down in Los Angeles because I was supposed to write on a comedy series, and the EP stole all the money and fled. The feds showed up to tell everyone all the money's gone. And so I was just kind of there with the grips, and I was like, well, I need a job now, a real one. And so and they were like, come with me. You curse, come this way. And I've just kind of really enjoyed working at G&E since like 2018, and survived through COVID, having a Griffin electric truck and a camera package, and did so it's all non-union stuff. Lots of. If you see my name pop up on stuff, it's probably, if you were to go to IMDb, it's wow, look at this plethora of Hallmark movies, Lifetime movies. You'll see cop number 3 that's arresting the same gal from the same previous 3 movies she was on. Just whatever to pay the bills. But the whole time, still writing pilots, submitting them to contests because I thought that was the thing to do, and but just really not getting anywhere. And so, like Morley, the reason we hit it off and the reason that call was so long is because we both just kind of bet on ourselves. It's like Mark Duplass said, cavalry's not coming. It's certainly, and I had a lot of people that I believe in that I become friends with on set. My DPs, my best friend is also like my key grip. I'm best boy on all these commercials, McDonald's commercials, things like that, and Cadillac commercials. We caught COVID together, not because we were smooching, but just because it was a PA running around giving it to everybody like it was Christmas morning. But like just all the below the line, you would call them below the line assets, or just the workers getting everything done. Well, I just have a Rolodex of really good people that are just kind of looking for their shot at, there's a cam up, or second AC, whatever, that wants to be a DP, or that, people aspire to be sometimes 2 or 3 tiers over what they're currently working. They just don't have a shot. Well, I've got a truck, I've got a camera package, I produce, I do all these things. And it's like if they tell me, well, it's me, I don't have a budget. It's like, well, that doesn't really stop you because you're nice, you have friends. It's hard to be on set for 12 plus hours a day with someone who is a jerk. So the numbers that I keep, the phone numbers I keep, and email addresses I keep are for good people that just need a shot. And if I can bring gear in for a movie or whatever, I do that. I've done it for free on stuff. Brought my hands. I can't throw money at someone's movie. I can't throw. And by the way, a business model that just really works. 700 square foot apartment. I'm flush, guys. I don't recommend it, but it's like I came here to make movies, whether they're mine or somebody else's, and I ended up kind of just finding. When you see the 48-year-old guy on set, like people assume you're someone of authority. So I got to hang out with a lot of the producers and subtly ask questions, and but yet there's a PA next to me that's already out of film school and has made a huge investment in his career, but old guy clearly has been making movies for 20 years. So I just got to play that role and kind of fooled my way into getting a tremendous amount of information and knowledge from people that know way more than I do. And I became very comfortable in specific departments. I had a construction background, so G&E was like a huge, it wasn't a twist to go in. It's just different tools building, similar things. And if that afforded me a living, it also afforded me to save my pennies and make Joker's Wild, which is the second thing. And so I wrote a feature script for Calabasas Chronicles, which is a neo-noir kids film. And yeah, exactly. So yeah, I get it. I see the look on your face, Alex. So it's a proof of concept short film. It's not anywhere because it is a proof of concept that I put with the package and show investors and things like that. I'm taking it to Cannes in a day and a half, and got some interest and stuff. But it's comedy, and it's been my forte since '99 when I was doing public access television and sketch writing and improv and stand-up comedy and stuff like that. It's just that's where my heart leans. But I always have loved horror and anything like Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, any of those, like just chef's kiss because it's both. And Aaron's happy. But the thing about what the hell was the question? I'm so sorry. I just did a Morley. And
we asked you how you guys actually knew each other.
We said good morning. Yeah.
We don't. After that, no, I don't know him at all. I don't. What was he talking about?
I have a tremendous amount of caffeine. Morley knows that's how I make it through a podcast. Is I just completely jack myself up on caffeine, and then I'm just like.
Ever since we stopped doing cocaine together, our answers get a lot longer, and our attention span is like good. So we're just like, what? We're not.
It's just a Bugs Bunny white trail going all the way up to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Morley, I was going to ask you. So you mentioned you're a big fan of horror and zombies, maybe in particular. But like growing up, was there films or filmmakers that you like? You know, Aaron mentioned essentially the Raimi films with Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. Was there something that kind of like caught your attention, or a filmmaker that kind of drew you in?
Kind of. I was a theater major in college.
Okay.
And so I was more of the snotty, like, I'm an actor.
Nerd.
I don't consume.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, media. I make stage. No. I think. I mean, there's all the classics, obviously, that I loved, and I think I come from a decently strict upbringing, so I was not allowed to watch film or television unless I was sneaking it in, past bedtime or whatever. But I would be allowed to go to the theater, and so sneaking in to see stuff like, like 13th Warrior, or films that probably weren't going to card you in this. We get it's very strict in the States. No, I mean, sneaking into a movie when you're super young, you're like, 13th Warrior, whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever, like one person in there, that's fine. But
Why this country's so full of degenerates? You're 12, right? Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll get in there.
Yeah. No, I do prefer getting. I think like a lot of people, I like all the films that are popular and memorable, obviously. But then because of that, I like finding hidden gems. And I think like a lot of people, I don't look at when I'm browsing the 4 million pieces of content that are on streaming right now. This is the same as when I was a kid. I look at something where if it's a horror movie or a sci-fi, if it sucks, that's okay. I'm willing to invest that. I don't see that as investment in time. I just see it as discovery. Whereas like drama or some other heavy hitting stuff, like that's an investment of your time, because you're really gonna, emotionally hopefully be brought through something. And if you're not, and there's zero payoff, well, then you feel like you've been robbed, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say that there were any specific people like the Dardenne brothers or Kurosawa or anyone like, I think they make great films, but I prefer more like the Tamahori or the I don't know. There's some Korean cinema that I love, that especially in horror, that I think is only now being discovered. But yeah, I'm a quarter Māori from New Zealand, and so I really like focusing on films that have been made out of there, like the Deadlands or Utu, or like we were talking once, were Warriors. I love finding films that just are kind of harder to find or harder to see. So that's kind of, an anime. I loved anime growing up.
Well, awesome, because Alex loves like Korean horror films. So I'm sure if we got you guys going, it would derail this podcast as much as Aaron talking about being a grip. So
yeah. Nobody cares. On behalf of all groups, I apologize, but not sincerely, because we never sincerely.
It's cool. Morley, I wanted to ask. So, Uncontained. Uncontained. So, is it available anywhere yet for people to watch, or is this? Are you kind of keeping this one hidden for now?
The Uncontained film.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's available in Canada.
That's our problem. Like sometimes we'll try the difference, and it'll be like, it'll just tell us no, right? So it doesn't tell us,
Yeah. So unless you have a VPN, then no. It's we had North American distribution through a company called Cineverse, and they, coincidentally, they are the ones that released Terrifier 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
That that Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton was in Joker's Wild. But we released last March in the States, right to TVOD, and then right around August we were #1 on Prime, Amazon Prime, and then we hit #1 on Tubi.
Oh, wow.
And we stayed there for a few months, and then we're still trending there, but we did pretty well. And then for some reason in August or September, not for some reason, because people are gracious enough to have me on their podcasts. And because there's a lot of horror community influencers that really, like help independent film, like yourselves. We're probably about 50 million views online now.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
So we just kind of, something happened in August where we had like 4 or 5 posts that were in the tens of millions. And then it just kind of, things get, with search engine optimization, things go viral, and you're like, I hope I'm doing this right. Because you can have a marketing plan as an independent filmmaker, and it can be hit or miss, especially we did have a theatrical premiere in LA, in West Hollywood. And then from there, you're just hoping like, oh, please God, I hope the critics don't murder me.
Yeah.
And I hope, and then we were fortunate enough, the first 5 reviews were great. And then we were stuck in this kind of exclusivity deal with a horror platform called Screambox. So we're on there exclusively for the first 2 months. And then we got to be on Prime and Tubi. And so we did our runs there, and I think that's when we kicked off in popularity. So we're fortunate enough to have that happen.
Alex, we'll have to take a look at Tubi, because usually
I just checked. It is on Tubi in Canada. So for any of our Canadian listeners, you can check it out there.
All right. I marked that down. Yeah, a lot of good stuff on Tubi. A lot of horrible stuff on Tubi too. But like you said, it's all a discovery. Sometimes you're like, what is this movie with these people in it that I know all these people, but I've never heard of this movie? And I'm looking forward to it, whether it's good or bad. But that's awesome.
Yeah. So we have the opposite effect. There's no one in our movie that you'll recognize, but you'll be like,
no disappointment when
the movie's
good.
So hit or miss, but no,
the lead is okay from what I've heard.
Yeah, lead's okay.
He's a little high up on himself, so we'll see.
Expect a lot from him. No, we do have an actors award for our film. Our Scout, our dog.
Oh, nice.
A best act or best performer. But she is the kid. Actually, it's the 2 kids, our kids, and our dog that are kind of the center of the movie. So that's kind of, I think a lot of people are interested in that, and we just really hit it off with Gen Z because of that. And there's no kissing or mooching or sex or anything. So Gen Z is like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should get into a game of deep cuts and see how it goes. So the first thing we got to do is decide who's going to go first, second, or third. And Aaron, since you weren't privy to what the movies might be, Morley gave us a list of about 10 or 12 of his favorite films, and I picked, I believe, 2 of them, and then a third film that works with that. Somehow we have not done any of these 3 movies, Alex. This is episode number 100. I'm going to put a big thing up. This is episode 100. Ooh. So we're at, almost 300 movies used, because we have had some duplication. But somehow these 3 have not shown up. But the first thing we need to decide is who's going first, second, or third, Aaron. So I'm going to give you the name of an actor or an actress, and I just want you to tell me what you think they're best known for is on IMDb. So, if we said Michael J. Fox, you'd be like, oh, well, it's Back to the Future, and maybe Family Ties, and then Teen Wolf, and Spin City, or something like that.
Just give us one.
I'm just saying, just give us one, Jeff, but I'm just saying.
Michael J. Fox is Canadian, right?
Very much so. Very much so, yeah. But tonight,
bonus points to Morley for that.
One bonus point for knowing a very, very famous Canadian.
Yeah.
How is Rick Moranis?
Yeah.
Point for Aaron.
I think he was with Eugene Levy the other day.
Oh, that's right. I think they were discussing John Candy. Suck it, Morley.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on, give me a deep cut, guys.
Catherine
give me
O'Hara.
some Canadian that people might be like, oh, that's a good one. Come on. What's your deepest Canadian cut? I will say Rick Moranis is pretty good, but
I can't hide behind it now because it's already out in the wild.
Wow. Josh Peace.
Josh Peace. I was going to say he's going to go to his friend. Yeah, well
there
done.
Josh Peace. So.
Jeff Smith, my sound engineer, is from Canada. So that's the deepest cut in the world. Hey, Jeff.
if you had just said gourd, we would have accepted it because there's about 9 million gourds in Canada. So, all right. So tonight's actor that I'm going to give you that you're going to try to tell me what they're best known for on IMDb is, and this one's for you, Aaron, Jack Nicholson.
Oh.
There's a little connection to the Joker there, so I thought I'd give that one to you. So what do you think is number one on his IMDb list?
Oh, man. I would think it would be The Shining before it would be Batman.
That's a good guess.
Shining. Nothing wrong with that guess. Alex, I'm going to let you go second since Morley got to not choose the three movies we're doing, but he did kind of, so he should do well no matter where he goes. But Alex, what do you think should be number one?
I'm going to say As Good as It Gets because I think he won an award for that.
Ooh.
I mean, I think he's won 3 Oscars, so...
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah. Famously, he's fine.
Morley, you're going last here. What do you think is number one on his list? I will say number one spot's still available.
What? I would have guessed The Shining. I think that's an excellent guess. First row Laker fan? Does that count?
No. I was like, first row Laker fan is not on his IMDb list.
Wow. It's not The Shining. Whoa. So I would either One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or Departed. I'm going to say Departed.
That's good.
All right. So 2 of you are on the list. Somehow The Shining is not on his list.
What?
But to be fair, there's like 900 movies you could put on his list that you'd be like Batman's not on his list, right? Like, well, that should probably be like, what do
Mars
people know?
Attacks is, right, Jeff? Mars Attacks is
No, the one movie that I would say maybe shouldn't be, even though I think I don't know if he won a supporting actor, but was definitely nominated, is Easy Rider.
Oh, that's right.
Great movie, great role, but does anybody really remember Easy Rider? So nobody knows him for that. But at number 3 is
I actually, it was, I could, because I hate the ending of it.
Yeah, nobody likes the ending except for Republicans. Damn hippies. Number 3 is The Departed. Number 2 is As Good as It Gets. So Alex, you are getting first pick. But number 1, and fair enough, is Chinatown.
Yeah, that's
I just watched it with my dad a month and a half ago.
No One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. There's no The Shining. There's no Batman.
What's number 4? The last
number 4 is Easy Rider. Is Easy Rider.
It's Easy Rider. Sorry, yes.
Easy Rider, Departed. So Alex, would you like to go first, second, or third?
You know what? I'm going to go third. It's been a while since I've done my third. Let's do 3 spot.
All right, and then we got The Departed. So Morley, would you like to go first or second?
Sure, I'll be nice and go first.
Morley's going first.
Yeah.
All right, and that'll put Aaron in at number 2. So tonight's 3 movies are. Now, 2 of these, I believe, were on Morley's list. The third was just I wanted to get something that we hadn't done before, that similar type vibe. So, from some year in the 90s, I didn't bother writing it down. Goodfellas.
It's been a while.
Was this one of those movies maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, I was like,
I believe the other film is on your list, though, from 2000, Snatch.
Yes, good.
All right.
On this list twice.
I think you actually put Snatch on your list twice for some reason. I was like,
that's right there.
Yeah,
because I love that movie.
And then from 1997, so hopefully this works, Donnie Brasco. So we're going to take a little break, go to a commercial break here. Let's hear a word from our sponsors. And while I'm doing that, try to think of your deepest cuts here on Deep Cuts the Game.
Hey, I'm Rock.
And I'm Remy.
We saw what went down in The Princess Bride, and we're determined to make something even better.
Each episode, we'll be raiding a year of cinema from 1988 all the way through to present day. We'll be taking one director, one actor, and one scene.
We'll then stitch it all together and see if lightning can strike twice.
Welcome to the Fire Swamp.
We are back with Deep Cuts the Game. We've got my co-host Alex Young, Morley Nelson, whose name escaped me for half a second there, and because he didn't put the full name up there, so I had to think.
There's only one.
Yes, Aaron Bennett. We're playing Deep Cuts. We've got the movies Snatch, Goodfellas, and Donnie Brasco. Morley has decided to go first, and was already kind of pitching us someone. So I don't know if that's his first deep cut or if he's going to hold it. If he's worried someone else may have figure out who he's talking about. So Morley, what's your first deep cut?
And it can be from
any of those 3 movies, and you can first pick can be from Goodfellas, and the next time we come back to you, it could be Snatch. So you can work around, or you can just do one movie, all 6 rounds.
I will. So this will be from Snatch, and I can't believe I can't think of his name, but he's in almost every guy. He weasels his way, according to Guy Ritchie, not according to me.
Okay.
He weasels his way into every Guy Ritchie movie. He's got red hair. He played Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He was in.
You got it. It's good. Okay. He's one of the gypsies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
In
Snatch. He's in Train Spotting, is he not?
No, he's not in Train Spotting. No. You're thinking of you're thinking of the guy who was in Rome, if I'm not mistaken, and he was Percy Jackson's dad. Kevin McKidd is who you were going for. Yeah, no, this is Jason Fleming.
Jason Fleming. Thank you.
Yeah, Jason Fleming for 12 points. So that's a solid deep cut to start the game. Aaron, let's jump to you. What's your first deep cut? He's like the guy who was Jason Fleming's friend in Snatch. I'm like, yeah, we know who that is, but hopefully you got a little more than that. So.
Yeah, no, I am hoping I have a little more than that. And it has to be from Snatch.
No, you can go to Goodfellas or you can go Donnie Brasco, whatever one you got. You think you got something for? It's like, damn you, Morley.
Yeah, no, it's like I have a condition. In Snatch, the guy who plays Bullet Tony is one of my favorite guys, and the thing that I enjoy about him is his background as a soccer thug. I think because for the longest time he had a football but for the longest time he had like the world's fastest red card. He went out and just I don't know, headbutted somebody, broke their nose, and was thrown out of the game. It was just it's kind of like a hockey enforcer in that way. I thought that was just kind of this notable thing that lives rent free in the back of my head. I hope to God it's true. But yeah,
he was a football soccer goon, essentially.
Cockneys versus zombies. Speaking of zombies,
right?
So his name is
or Alan Ford.
No, you're no. I think. Are you guys thinking of the same guy, or
I'm sorry, Bullet Tooth Tony. Sorry, yeah, we're talking. Okay. Sorry.
Because there's the guy. There's Brick Top,
yeah,
and then there's Bullet Tooth, and the name you're saying, Morley, is the other guy, but Aaron's talking about the star of She's the Man, Vinnie Jones, who was a soccer coach in that movie, for 10 points for Vinnie Jones.
Very good.
Alex Young, you get 2 in a row at this point. You get your first and second, and then we come back to you, Aaron. So be ready to have another one in a second. Alex, where are you going?
I can do one from Snatch because everybody else is, and that seems like the cool thing to do. So I'm going to take Dennis Farina. Mary fucking Poppins, Dennis Farina.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dennis Farina for 9 points. Alex, 9 points for Dennis Farina.
And then I'll take one from Donnie Brasco because why not? But the lead's handler in that movie, who looks like Tom Noonan but isn't Tom Noonan, it's like the FBI guy.
Yep.
I know him from Heroes and 24, but I don't know his name.
He's got a really weird name, Alex. And when I saw it written down, I was like, "That's not that guy's name," because it's. I believe
the guy Tom Noonan.
No, his name is because he's a shorter Tom Noonan, right? He's a little guy.
He's in 10,000 things.
Yeah, I've got him written down for 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri, as one of the cops.
Okay.
The actor's name is Zelko Ivanik.
Yes.
So good luck knowing that one.
Is he in Black Hawk Down?
I didn't write everything down, and I know some things, but I don't know everything.
I know he's in I think 1 or 2 episodes of The X-Files as well.
Seven Psychopaths. Yeah, well, he does look like Tom Noonan a lot. Argo, Three Billboards. Yeah, he's in Black Hawk Down. You were right, okay. Black Hawk Down.
So he's famous because in all his contracts, you have to. He expects production to pronounce his name properly because I think he's Serbian.
Good for him.
Okay,
but yeah,
did I say it correctly though? That's the question.
I don't know. I who knows? He was in a great documentary about. I think you're the guy from that thing. It's something like that. But amazing actor, right? Like in a ton of stuff. Like in everything, pretty much, right?
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah,
literally everywhere.
The Last Duel, X-Men. Yeah, he's everywhere. He is definitely one of those guys.
Yes.
At this point, like what's he got? 113 acting credits. So, The Walking Dead, Dead City, 13 episodes. So there you go. He likes zombie stuff too. Aaron, we're back to you. What's your second deep cut?
So I'm just going to need help with the names, but Boris the Blade, I see that guy in absolutely everything from Snatch. What's that? Yeah.
Raja Zerbedzja?
Yeah. And he is in his own film called Quarantine.
What else do you know him from, though, Aaron? What else can you give us?
I mean, he got the assist. He's given this one to Morley. He's
my aha guy. He's my my like. Oh, I love him. That guy. Yeah. Like
Elvis Presley.
When I see Tilda Swinton pop up, I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, she's doing this.
Is he in
Quarantine?
What was that show with It was a British like spy show, and the girl's like a killer. She's a hitman.
Nikita?
No, it's newer. With
Killing Eve? I don't think he's in.
Killing Eve. Is he not in Killing Eve? Is like no? Okay.
Are you thinking of like?
Wasn't he the handler?
Yeah, was he not her handler?
No, that's a different guy.
What if I look it up and I'm right and you're wrong? Do I get to like punch you or something?
Sure, then you're right, but I don't think that's him. Because I really like that actor in Killing Eve.
Nah, his name's...
The other guy's in Batman Begins.
His name's Kim Boonja or something like that. All right. Darn it.
Oh, what do I get when I'm right, bitch?
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm going to give him Rab Zerbedzji. But because he got an assist on it, I'm going to take some points off, Alex.
Oh, sorry.
So he's going from 12 to 8.
It's not that kind of bookies.
Yeah. All right, Morley, we're back to you. You get your second and your third deep cuts.
I will take Stephen Graham from Snatch.
Stephen Graham. That's a good one for 6 points.
I mean, he really exploded after Snatch.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, awesome in Adolescence and Burnt. And then I will go with that guy from Goodfellas. Go get your shine box. Go get your shine box.
Yeah. So can you tell me any other character he's in? So you mentioned he in
Casino.
He's the one that goes and he kills
with the bats.
The Pesci brothers, which we talked about a couple episodes ago, Alex. Is like one of the most horrific death scenes. Like it's just too much. I believe the actor's name that we're looking for is Frank Vincent.
Yeah. And he just passed away, unfortunately.
For 9 points for Frank Vincent.
Now, would that scene been as bad if they weren't wearing tidy whities? If they were wearing
when they rolled them into the dirt.
Yeah, you would have been like, they deserved it. These pieces of shit. But tidy whities, well, that's messed up. Like little boys wear those.
They're like little boys getting beat to death. Yeah, it was fun. Aaron, we're back to you. What's your third deep cut? Got a very good game here. Very close.
It's the lady who plays his wife. I ahaed when I saw her as the Sopranos.
Because you're like, hey, you were in this thing, and now you're being.
And it was many years past. But as soon as I heard her voice, I was immediately like, oh, that's the wife from Goodfellas. It was Tony Soprano's counselor.
Yes, Lorraine Bracco for 6 points. And this is a hot take, Alex. This is my hot take on Goodfellas, and I think you've maybe heard this before. The scene where he brings her in on the date, and they go they walk around the restaurant, is the most overrated
of the movie.
It's not the cold open of the movie. No, it's when he takes her out on the first date, and they pull up, and he takes her down the back way, and they go down the stairs, and they go. It's the most overrated scene in any movie ever. because they literally walk in a fucking square. They go in one way and take 3 right-hand turns and come back the exact same place they entered. It's a jerk off shot to show off like what a great filmmaker I am. When it other than being a cool shot, it accomplishes nothing for the story. That's all.
Pull off the same. Listen, I'm not defending it, but I'm just mad. You pull off the same shot and tell me you're like, fuck this shot. It's easy. We can do it.
Jeff, the best boy, or the bus boy was trying to like clear the table. They were just buying time. Like the old restaurants, right?
Let the people work, Jeff. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Lorraine Bracco for 6 points. Alex, you get your 3rd and your 4th deep cuts.
I'm going to take 2 from Donnie Brasco because they're in the same scene together. Scene together. But one of the guys running the reel-to-reel recorder is Paul Giamatti.
It is. He's only got like one scene in that.
He's got a couple because he talks on the couch a bit with him too.
Yeah, what's it like? What's it like to be right?
He's worth 13 points, Alex.
Great, because he's explaining forget about it.
Yeah. There's different ways you say forget about it.
All right, just means forget about it.
What's your next one, Alex? I think I know who you're going with.
The other guy in that same scene that isn't the lead is Tim Blake Nelson.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys. He's one of those 3 name guys that you're like, you got 3 names? Yeah.
He's my uncle.
Is that true?
About. No.
Okay.
Come on, man.
That'd be wild if it were, because then can we get him on the show?
Yeah, I was gonna say what's wilder is he forgot to mention him for 12 points because that was a huge get. He's definitely one of those like that guy, because they're just in so much. And we've talked to other people, like if you've got 3 names, it's just an extra little check in the deep cuts. So that's a good one, Alex. He's 12 points. You're doing well. Aaron, we're back to you with your 4th deep cut. You just gave us Lorraine Bracco. Where are you going from there?
I think he's probably been in all 3 of these movies. Just because he's a standard Italian guy, you have to cast. But the guy who betrays, they spend time in prison. It was basically his boss. It was Pacino's boss in Goodfellas. Was also in Sopranos. I think as an uncle. Was.
Are you thinking Paul Sorvino?
Yes. Thank you. Was in.
He had it. He got it.
Yeah, Paul Sorvino for 8 points. It's a solid cut.
That's what he wants to be known as, right? Mira Sorvino's dad.
Mira Sorvino's dad. Like, I haven't accomplished anything on my own.
You act too? Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly.
Morley, we're back to you. You get your 4th and your 5th deep cuts.
I am going to go with, I feel like shit not knowing his name because he's a phenomenal actor. He's in the 2nd season of White Lotus. He plays Christopher and Sopranos.
Yep.
Spider in Casino.
And what was he? He was just in something recently.
I don't know what you watch.
I was in that Patrick Dempsey show, like Mind of a Killer, where Patrick Dempsey's losing his memory. That's the one.
USA and CTV.
Michael Imperioli.
Imperioli, yes.
For 13 points. So that's a good cut. That's a good one. Because he's young in this movie. He's very young in Goodfellas. And I don't think things go well for him, if I'm not mistaken.
No, but phenomenal acting in that movie. Like playing the awkward guy.
What's your 5th deep cut, Morley? You got it. It's you and Alex and Aaron. You're not out of this, my friend. It's a close game.
I am absolutely blanking on pretty much everyone. But yeah, and it's like I can see the movie. They're some of my favorite movies, but like my DP, my buddy, would absolutely laugh hysterically if he knew the premise of this show, because this is the most crippling weakness that I have, and you guys literally have a show about it. And I am not joking. I am the worst person that should possibly be on this show. Like, I love and appreciate and make movies, but I cannot for the life of me remember people's names.
We Aaron and I actually haven't spoken in like months, and I was like, "Oh, she's perfect for this game."
It'd be fun to get you on the game.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was gonna be so embarrassing.
It's incredibly humbling, and I'm so sorry.
Well, Morley, you get your 5th deep cut. What do you got left in the tank?
Now that I just got done teasing Aaron, I feel horrible for not remembering this, but from Snatch, and he's in Fear of the Walking Dead. He's in The Walking Dead.
Shit, yeah.
He's in Line of Duty. Great British TV series.
I think I know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Alex, do you know his name?
I don't know his name, but he's right because he's on my list as well. He's the guy who's gonna fence the diamond for everybody. Black guy. He's in a million things, but he's in like 3 seasons of Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's gosh, why can't I think of his name? He's a phenomenal actor. I think he's classically trained. Yeah, but he's the 2 pawn shop guys. He's like the smart one.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, why can't I think of his name?
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to make sure. And we couldn't say African American actor because he's British, so we could have just said he's black. He's a black actor. Yeah. Lenny James.
Lenny James.
He is the smarter of the bumbling guys with the shotgun and the dog with the squeak toy and that whole. So he's worth 11 points.
To go back to one of your earlier episodes, he's in I think he was in an Emmy nominated episode of Walking Dead with so Earl Brown is friends with this actor. Why can't I think of his name? See, now I can't even think of it. This actor he's a big giant guy, bald head, just fucking fantastic actor. No, he was in. I'm trying to think what he's famous for. He's always just like he has so much gravitas to him. And Earl was like talking highly. James Carroll Lynch.
Oh, yeah, John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah. But they have this episode in Walking Dead that it was kind of like before The Last of Us had the episode with Nick
Ron
Offerman.
Swanson. I was gonna say with the Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Yeah. It was like fucking fantastic. But this episode where he helps Lenny find his like center after he lost his son, right, and brings him back to reality and takes him out of you have to survive, you can't kill yourself, and just a fantastic episode of television. But
John Carroll Lynch, he's definitely on our list of people we'd love to have on. Yeah,
you should get Earl to have him on. I mean,
I'm trying. I mean, he's talking to people. We'll see. We're looking at. I'm not going to say anything because nothing. We're not even close to anything. But
I would love to have Earl Brown in a movie or whatever. I mean,
oh my gosh,
plus he was like name dropping. Like I was like,
oh my gosh, everyone's like this.
Yeah. How long have you been acting? Oh shit,
36 years. Yeah. Aaron, we're back to you. It's your 5th deep cut. There's only 6 to go, so you just need 2 more. Hopefully nobody steals anything from you. So what's your 5th one right now?
It's taken me 45 minutes to remember Benicio del Toro. So it's not a deep cut.
Great pull.
Benicio del Toro for 7 points. So it's a solid. It's not one of the stars of the film. He's really not in it that much, but it's a good one. Alex Young, your final 2, 5 and 6.
So both from Donnie Brasco. I got 1 deep and I got 1 fucking A-lister because a lot of mine have been picked by Morley. Never forgive him for it. So my deep one, the couples counselor in Donnie Brasco. He's from Twister. He's like the one of the bad guys. I think he's Carrie Elway's fucking driver. He gets
the thing through his chest. His name's Zach Grenier, Alex. He's also in Fight Club as the guy that Ed Norton pretends beats him up in his office. He's Ed Norton's boss in Fight Club. Okay. Yeah, and then he's in Zodiac as like one of the cops. I think he's Zach Grenier for 14 points.
Yes.
As the marriage
offset
counselor.
My next one, which is Anne Heche.
Anne Heche as the wife.
Yeah. Long-suffering wife.
Long-suffering wife, Anne Heche. My pen is dying, so I can't write these down.
Oh, it's probably also 14 for Anne Heche, I think.
Anne Heche for 6.
That's fair. That's
not bad.
Anne Heche is in Donnie Brasco?
She is. She's the lead's wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, it's your final deep cut. Which way are you going to go with this?
I'm just gonna throw myself on a spike and just say De Niro, so you can go past me. Just like, I'm ashamed.
I mean, sometimes it got to be mentioned, so that's all right. We got De Niro for 1 point. 1 point for De Niro.
Not even two.
I mean, the two leads. Yes, but he's also the most famous. He may not be the lead, but he's more famous.
Robert De Niro.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not De Niro. That's Pacino. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Morley, your last one here. It's close.
I'm going to say the late great. I had his name. It just City Slickers.
Oh yeah, from Donnie Brasco. Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Bruno Kirby.
Yes. Unique voice, right?
When Harry Met Sally, right?
Yes.
So before I give you your final scores, let's see, who did we miss here? A lot of late greats as we were getting further and further away from when these movies were released. Michael Madsen. From Beverly Hills Cop, James Russo is in Donnie Brasco. Gretchen Mol has a part in it as someone's girlfriend. I didn't even clock her when I watched it. From Goodfellas, one of my favorites. So Mike Starr, who is in Dumb and Dumber, is the guy who's driving the van.
Oh yeah.
That's Mike Starr. Yeah. And then also one of my favorites from The Wedding Singer is an actor named Mike Severo. He kind of looks like Eugene Levy, but like more Italian. He's got the very thick eyebrows. And he's got these. Your sister and I, we used to get this weird shit. And, you know, she played with my nipples and stuff. He's when they do the job in Goodfellas where they steal all the fur coats. I think he's like one of the dummies that.
He's the guy that hangs. They find him hanging in the meat.
Yeah, because he's dope. Yeah. Henny Youngman plays himself. Martin gets his parents, both Catherine and Charles, to have cameos. You always got to be ready for those Scorsese cameos. Debbie Mazur from a bunch of stuff is in it. And then a bunch of just like people you'd be like, oh, if you watch The Sopranos, like Vincent Pastore and Tony Sirico, Ileana Douglas is in it, and Samuel Jackson. And speaking of horror films, Tobin Bell from Saw.
Oh wow,
is in it. I don't remember as who, but he's in it.
I think he's
Snatch,
a guard, right?
Guard or a cop? Yeah, maybe when they're in prison. Yeah. Snatch. I mean, you guys did pretty good. You did mention Alan Ford there earlier, Morley. He's Bricktop. Ewan Bremner from Trainspotting. We talked about.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yes, yeah. And then Guy Ritchie gave himself a cameo, so he would have been decent points. So the final scores are Aaron 40 points, very respectable.
Very good.
Morley with 57 and Alex with 64. So congratulations, Alex.
Look at me.
You won. So Alex, who would you like to suggest? This is the burden.
We've done 100 of these. I'm gonna defer to Morley because he came in very closely. He did a great job, and he did take a lot of my guesses. So I'll defer my win to Morley.
So Morley, the winner, if you've ever heard, is tasked with the great honor of suggesting a future guest. So, it could be somebody that that you've worked with that is like, has a brain for this sort of thing. You seem to have a pretty good brain for it. It could just be, just a dream guest. Like, Jeff, it would be so great if you could get John Carroll Lynch on here. And I will try to get John Carroll Lynch. I mean, we got W. Earl Brown on, so who's to say we couldn't? But is there anyone you would think of that might be a fun guest on Deep Cuts the Game?
Gosh, that's tough because everyone I've worked with,
we'll take them.
They're all idiots. So, I'm kidding. Gosh, I think so. I had the fortune of working on an independent film called A Violent Separation.
Mm-hmm.
And it had Alicia Demoncarry, Claire Holt, Brenton Thwaites, and Ben Robson. But also, it was interesting because he was one of the best cop performances in a long time in Heat. but Ted, I can't think of Ted's last name. He played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs.
Ted Levine.
Oh, Levine.
Ted Levine. Yeah. He would be great. I think he would be. He's a super interesting guy. We got stuck in this hurricane, and I don't know if you guys are from Canada, but if you've ever been to Louisiana.
Yep.
I have.
We both have, yeah.
So the weather there can flip on a dime. You can go from like sunny, hot and humid to hurricane. And so we got stuck in this hotel, the only hotel in town, and all the power went out. And so we're all in the lobby, and Ted and Brenton have their guitars out, and they're singing away. And I'm like, we're in this like huddled area together, and we're bumping knees. We're so close, and it was just a magical, surreal, freaky moment where he was serenading me and looking me right in my eyes as he was singing and playing guitar. And I was just like, this is so weird.
Buffalo Bill is singing me a song. Was it rubs the lotion on
No, it was
skin.
Wild Horses, Jeff. Obviously, it was Wild Horses.
Was it the Q Lazarus song? Yeah.
Right
after that, did you tell me a story about a great big fat girl?
Yeah, well, that was pretty good.
Was she a big old fat person? Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
He would be great because he's got so many stories. He's very passionate about everything. Like he's super passionate guy about just human beings, the planet. Very considerate. He might be Canadian. I don't know.
He's not.
He's not. Okay.
We know everyone.
But he's got Canadian vibes.
He's got vibes. Yeah.
Like he's a super nice guy. So he'd be fantastic. He has wonderful, and he sounds like Merle Haggard when he sings. Like he has actually a great voice. But and then
Jeff, wasn't he in a Tupac movie? Ted Levine.
I don't know. Was he?
Look it up. I know him.
Oh wow! You just won, Aaron. 25 points.
There you go.
Okay, well, we'll look at that. Well, I'll reach out to him if I can find him. I'll try. Aaron, where can people?
He's not my choice. He's not my choice.
Oh, he's not your choice.
I was just dropping a name. I figured I'd take a cue out.
Fair enough.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd be like, no. Yeah. I think
I'd be like, Morley Nelson said you'd be great on the show, and he'd be like, who the fuck's Morley?
Guy.
I'm like, oh
yeah. That piece of shit.
You serenaded him. You played guitar during.
Yeah. He'd be a nice enough guy to be like, oh yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like typing away. And he's, he's like, oh yeah, Morley, I love him. Morley. Oh yeah. No. And then I'd say Ben Robson. Good shout out to him. He's a great guy. Okay. He's been in Vikings, and he was in the John Wick TV series. And then I think he's known for Animal Kingdom. He's one of the brothers.
Yes. Yeah. You had mentioned him, and I was like,
So if you know,
it'd be cool. My wife watched all of Animal Kingdom. She liked. I think they took their shirts off and stuff.
Yes.
She was.
But he talks like this all the time, and he's like, I'm super sexy, man. I'm 6'7". I love the show. But yeah, if you like him, you'd be like, man, that is a fucking phenomenal impersonation of Ben Robson. We were, interesting enough, so Brenton is from Australia, Ben's from Newcastle, and we got one of our days off where like we got to go eat local cuisine, and we find this this like fabricated tin, kind of like a Kwanzaa hut type restaurant. And we walk in, and we're not a local, and we're wearing shoes, and we have all our teeth, and everyone like stops and turns to look at us. No, I'm kidding. They were but we walked in, and it was like all eyes on us. We sat down and we ordered, and the server comes over, and she's like, "Hey, what do you want? What today?" And both Ben and Brenton look at me like, well, "What did she just say?" And I'm like, "I think she wants her order. Like they would just take her order." And so Brenton's like, "Oh, I'll take like a Chitros Magata. And like a little bit of Coke with it." And then she looks at me like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
You're translating English language to a different.
Yeah. And then Ben, of course, is like, "I'd like a dollop of ketchup in my along with my burger. If you could get a dollop." And she's like,
"The fuck's a dollop?"
Like, yeah, and I'm like, "Just bring the ketchup. Like it's fine."
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's a pretentious quantity of ketchup.
Yeah. Like, why are you messing with her? But anyhow, yeah, no, I would. So that being said, my pick would be Jennifer Holland.
It was a long way to get to.
Yeah, Jennifer Holland. No, yeah, because I think she's an underrated actress that was, she kind of made her way in through a lot of. She had like a very small but memorable parts in a lot of the DC superhero movies, and then the last season of Peacemaker, where she plays two different people. Yes, the same. You forget it. I think a great sign of really good acting is you actually forget that she's the same actor when they're in that parallel universe and she's playing two versions of herself. And she did it so distinctively that you're just like, this is a phenomenal actor. Like she's a breaths away from doing the right drama and getting like gigantic recognition, right? Like I think I like watching some of your previous shows where you're talking about what's the one actor that you think is like, who's the one that no one knows but is your favorite go-to. And I think she's one of them. Like Paul Sparks is one. I think she's another one. King Seo. He's super popular in the rest of the world, but I just feel like the West barely knows the lead actor to Parasite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, phenomenally different in he's in so many movies. He plays a vampire serial killer to Idiot. Yes, Thirst, and then Host. He plays this like dumb, loving father that'll go to any length to save his daughter, to a taxi driver in a historic biopic, and like just phenomenal actor. But
great supporting role in Beef season 2.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, so that's awesome.
Really good at it. You should check it out just for him. He's only in like 3 episodes, but he still
doesn't matter. Yeah, he's a phenomenal actor. So I think those are my go-tos.
These all sound like people that I'm never going to get on the show. But, we will do our best.
Dude. If we get Sonic Ho, I'd fucking lose my
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Aaron Bennett. I know we just connected on Instagram. People can also find Joker's Wild on YouTube. Where do you want to direct people to see what you're working on and what you're up to?
Well, I'm working on a couple things. I don't know if directing anybody to it's going to help, but I'm working on a project called Filmmaker. Yeah, I've got David Howard Thornton and Nathan Jones from Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay, the big guy. He's like, he's huge, right?
He's Rictus Erectus. Yeah, 7 feet, or a hair under 7 feet tall. Yeah,
he's a monster. No offense to him, he's a monster. He's
but most delightful person. He loves poetry. I have gotten voice clips of him reading Edgar Allan Poe at like 11 o'clock my time. So I'm just like, oh,
that's not poetry. That's stalking.
Yeah, I know. I play it, and I'm just like, well, that's haunting. Well, I guess now I got to go because it's it's like and there I was, in a world. But
it's where we watch the door behind you open slowly.
And he's there. He's just there.
Yeah. And just one big paw comes out. Yeah. Scout Taylor Compton. I got her on the movie attached, along with, of course, David Howard Thornton, and then I'm just working really hard at putting enough names on this thing, and then I'm taking it to Cannes in less than 24 hours, actually.
Awesome.
I've got a couple of meetings, so I'm really trying to get the package out there and get people interested in it. And, it's called Fanatic. It's a horror slasher. Oh yes, Joker's Wild too. Morley, this is you can't do this to me again. Like you brought your friend with the single worst memory ever, ever. And most of the reason I moved in this apartment, and most of the reason that none of the posters that from movies that I love with none of the actors I can remember are hung is because I don't know where this stuff is to hang 'em, and I just moved, so you should have an idea where everything is. Joker's Wild 2 is actually something I've been working on. It's called Lazarus Risen. I'm gonna take the tone of Joker's Wild, the 13-minute short that I made, that apparently everyone in Greece loves. It's a film festival. We just and one of those ones on Film Freeway. I was just like, yeah, why not? They reached out to me on Instagram, said, come throw it in our festival. So I did, and like 7 categories, including director, best actor for David Howard Thornton. Best cinematography for Chris Bond, my buddy, who would actually play your game really well. Like Chris Bond, this is the perfect podcast for Chris. I should have had him just out of frame, going, "See this, you idiot," with like a tin can with a string going over it. But uh, he very much. Uh, I've got a couple really good people already cast. Morley, I'm not going to say who his character is yet. We're doing an Indiegogo campaign to raise money for it. We're already selling t-shirts and posters to raise. We just hit $1,000 on it, and that's the thing. Like it took me one day to shoot Joker's Wild, but it was $4,100 out of my pocket, and so it was a major undertaking. But like we've won over 20 awards across 12 different festivals, and including Best Blood and Gore Atlanta Horror Festival. So it was pretty good for I think out the door. I think it was just under $7,000.
Nice.
So,
Very good.
But yeah, so I want to make a sequel. But fan sequels aren't investments; they're just fun. You can't monetize them. You're not supposed to anyway, and so it's just raising money for it, raising awareness for it, trying to get over the hump so we can make this thing. And I've got Bill Russell. I've got some really fun people from Smile. Kevin Kepi. I attached him. He plays the Smile monster in the first Smile movie. He's a great monster actor. And another incredibly tall gentleman. I think he's like 6'7" or something like that, but he's like 190 pounds. So he's just this very, yeah, very slender. He plays zombies a lot. Morley, you've probably seen a lot of his work. Yeah. But Kevin's a sweetheart, and yeah, so that's what I'm up to. I guess it's a lot more indie stuff.
Know when tag us when stuff comes out, man. We'd love to help promote it in any way we can. Morley, we're gonna Alex and I are immediately gonna go watch your film on Tubi, which is available in Canada, right, Alex? You've confirmed
100%
that.
Uncontained
in Canada on Tubi. What else you got working on? You want to tell anywhere people where they can find you?
Sure, you can. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us on, by the way. But yeah,
no worries.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a lot of fun. I'm terrible, but it was a tremendous amount of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It's a great premise for a podcast. I just love the format and everything. So, find me on IMDb, please. Otherwise, I'm on TikTok under. So full disclosure, the only reason my name on TikTok is Morley Mewing is because I have a 12-year-old son now, and he hates when I drop him off at school and do this. So, if you're a Gen Xer or Gen Zer, you'll know. But so he hates me for that, and of course that's my TikTok handle. But Instagram, if you just find me at Morley_Nelson. Otherwise, IMDb, and then we have Uncontained 2. We're hoping to shoot this winter because it's a winter. Winter is a character in the movie. And then I have another horror film that I don't want to say what studio has been talking to me about, but it's called The Entity, and it's a serial killer who the catch line is, the hook is, the most dangerous serial killer is the one that wants to be possessed. And so it's a horror movie about a serial killer, obviously wants to be possessed, but it's an actual true crime because I go through 7 of the most famous serial killers in the United States.
Nice.
That all have claimed to be possessed and on record. So that's
very cool.
Yeah. So that
was the son of Sam, right? Like he was like talking to his dog and stuff like that, right? That was
yeah. So it's the first documented serial killer in the United States. I know everyone talks about H.H. Holmes and his murder house in Chicago or whatever, but he was never found guilty of any of those crimes, right? So the first documented serial killer is Gaylord Sudenheim, who Elliot Ness actually captured.
Okay.
And he was actually let go because they didn't have enough evidence, but he was considered the torso killer in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he was the first one to claim to have been possessed. And then you have H.H. Holmes obviously claimed to be possessed. He had those wax cylinder recordings of doing seances and trying to utilize, like, get the power of a demon. Like you said, Son of Sam. Also Ted Bundy multiple times tried to claim that he was possessed. And in fact, the Warrens were involved in seeing if they could prove that he was possessed or not. Yep.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, but talk about a bunch of sham shit pieces of shit. The Warrens are not great people in real life. Like those two.
I don't know that either.
Yeah, if you just Google it, but they're not the greatest people.
Because the movies, they're helping people out with their problems. They're like,
lovely Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. Farmiga, and that in real life, I think the bane of existence of a homicide detective are these people that prey on people at their weakest and most desperate, and that's the Warrens, right? Pay us a bunch of money and we'll come in and possession's real, and whatever, whether you believe it's real or not, they definitely took advantage of people. And so and whatever I can't remember the guy's name, the guy that Warren whatever. He also was accused of multiple essaying people. So not a great couple, but regardless, famous.
Well, they've got 9 movies made about them now. So
Yep. Funny how history works.
Yeah.
Alex Young, do you got anything to promote? I know you're going to give me some sort of outro tonight.
I will in a second. But you can find me on all social media and Letterboxd at the Alex Young. Otherwise, go see your movies in the theater. Go support your local rep cinema and your big, your AMC, your Cineplex, whatever you got in your town. And if you're able, buy your movies physically. Enjoy those special features, those commentaries, but actually own those movies as opposed to letting them just exist on streaming services and disappear and be edited.
Damn, Aaron, we should have let Alex speak more. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I say the same shit for 100 episodes, man.
I know, but still, we should have talked about that. Why don't we spend time talking about that? Not on a physical
Come
media.
back next time. We'll do a big powwow on physical media. I love that shit.
There you go. Awesome.
So now we're at the part of the show where Alex sends me an outro that I read sight unseen. And tonight he told me to bring a prop.
Bring a mug. Did you bring a mug?
I do have a mug, Alex. I have my hot toddy mug. It's empty.
Perfect.
So what am I doing with this mug?
Who had done Joker's Wild. I want you to give me your best Batman villain, but not the Joker. I want you to give me your best Bane.
Bane?
Yeah.
So I'm doing it into the mug.
You're going to talk into the mug because that's going to really help you out with that impression.
Because I was going to say, I've already done the Joker before. Like, my Joker's solid.
It's just your Green Goblin.
It's the Green Goblin. It's the same thing.
So no, give me your.
What are you doing today, Batman? Yeah, that's that.
In a mug, because that'll look really elevated, I think.
You have listened with
Don't too much. Don't put it that close to your face, man. Just talk into it.
Well, I'm doing the Christopher Nolan Bane, where you can't understand what you're saying.
But give it some space so sound.
The onset.
Do the Harley Quinn Bane. Come on, do the Kite Man Bane.
You have listened with the intensity of the desperate hoping of us for a spark of light in the darkness. But you merely adopted this podcast. I was born in it. We have initiated the final phase of the broadcast on Gotham. Gotham will watch as your playlist crumbles into ash. I couldn't have done it without the help of Morley and Aaron. And thank you, civilians, for listening. Now I give the silence back to you. Use it well, or don't. It doesn't matter. The reckoning has already begun.
It's a good idea, Alex. We should do it into the mug all the time. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.